All right. So came across this and wanted to talk about it because I found it really stupid. First off, I'm going to start the video a little differently. Make sure you're still subscribed because there is something going on with YouTube. I guess they're unsubscribing people or something. I did see a notice for that in my creator studio. That's where they send prompts like this. I see a lot of other people talking about it. So just make sure you're still subscribed. Something's always going on with these people. You know, they want to get rid of all of the independent creators. And that's just the way things are probably going to go for a while. They want everybody watching Will Smith show up in people's Target checkout lanes or whatever that stupid ad is they're showing all over the place. So anyway, I saw this on the Mary Sue, and it just bothered me, as a lot of the stuff on the Mary Sue does. But this one bothered me for a lot of reasons because I've seen this before. So I'm going to talk about it. Colorists at Marvel are getting Storm's complexion wrong, so she's unrecognizable. Okay, so what's going on here? So I wrote a whole article on this because apparently her complexion was wrong in a whole comic, you say. Was this in a whole comic? Oh no, it was in one panel. So in Dawn of X, all right, she was looking down on people and talking to them. I actually think this is from Powers of X because she was standing on a stage and talking to a crowd of mutants. And there was a red tint. You can see it right here. She's got a red tint on her, which is making her look lighter. Regardless, it's really not that big of a deal. It's one panel. But of course, Kwanzaa here, a bird lawyer, expert at bird law, by the way. He's been the joke of many people's videos that do comic stuff. He's not the brightest guy. He really isn't. But doesn't matter. This is a perfect time for him to virtue signal, and that's exactly what Kwanzaa is going to do. He's going to put this tweet up. Oh, thank God, she looks like she's whitewashed. She's white, people. Look at this, sir. Look at her. Make a big deal about it. Then, of course, Princess Weeks here agrees, writes this big, long article. This is outrageous. I cannot believe you'll do Storm like this. How dare you do this? Listen to this this little piece at the end here. As a visual medium, the use of color in comics is specific and intentional. There's a specific color to the Spider-Man suit, to Scott's costume, to Jean's dress. There's a sense of color consistency that is supposed to be there. Plus, with technology, all you have to do is plug in the proper color code and adjust when needed. At this point, after 44 years of being a character and lasting as one of the most important black characters in comics period, it's about time we got this right. Both on the page and in casting for any upcoming films, because this is not it. Not even close. So, the pompous attitude, as these people tend to have, as they think that they're the king's crap, which is far from the truth. I would argue that these people don't really care about black characters, and let me tell you why. First, I want to address the color thing. Okay, a lot of colors have different colors that they use for characters. Spider-Man's costume has been a different shade of red many a times. So that's a stupid argument that you're making. Okay, there's no set contrast code for Storm in the Xmen colorist handbook to making sure no one whines about POC characters, because anything that happens, these people will come out and whine about, how dare they put the dreadlocks in a wrong position. But you know what I find really funny about these hypocrites, especially about this article, okay, making a big deal about one panel in an X-Men comic, a recent one, but one panel. Where's the article that's talking about how Storm has been regulated to a side character? Storm, if you didn't know, was a leader of the X-Men for the longest time. Right here, Storm is comics' overlooked groundbreaking character, which is true, or superhero. Absolutely true. Storm, I think, was introduced in the 1970s and was a leader of the X-Men for the longest time. She actually so Cyclops ends up leaving the X-Men. She takes over as leader. Cyclops comes back, figures, it's my right to be leader of the X-Men. I'm Cyclops. So they actually fight. She beats him. And I don't believe she even had any powers when she beat him. Okay. And then she took over the leadership position. She was the leader. Cyclops followed her. Now that's changed, but in a lot of respects, she's always been kind of the co-captain or the co-leader or the second leader, the second in charge. When they were the blue and gold team, she was in charge of the other team, and Scott was in charge of the blue team, and I think she was the leader of the gold team. You have a picture of her right here, talking down to Wolverine, saying, "I am the leader of the X-Men." Well, that is so. You will use your claws when I command it, no other time. And you see this whole panel. If you want to read it, you can see her leadership skills. So, for the longest time, at least for the past couple of years, under new Marvel, garbage Marvel, Storm has been pretty much just a plot prop. She hasn't really done anything. Now, Charles Xavier has been taken out. Cyclops was like on the run for a while and then dead too for a while. And who became leader of all things X-Men? Kitty Pryde. Who became leader when Jean Grey came back? Jean Grey. So they had like 3 teams of X-Men. Jean Grey was leading 2 of them, a young one and an older one. And then Kitty Pryde was like the Charles Xavier. What's Storm doing? Nothing. Storm's not even leading now. There's a book, she's on the Marauders book right now, which is a spinoff of Dawn of X, what they're talking about here. And she's still, once again, following Kitty Pryde. Where's the article on that? They don't talk about that. A little harder to write that article, huh? About how Marvel doesn't really care about black people, I guess. Because what do they do with them? They're afraid to write them. They won't write Storm. They're not going to make her leader of a team. They're not going to do that. Where's your article on that? Oh, wait. It's much easier to get people riled up by talking about her skin tone and saying she's not black enough. Gotcha. I've been following comics for a while, at least, to the extent I have been for channels and content, and they've never once complained about that. They've been fine with her being regulated to a side character. I've always wanted to see her be a leader again, because that's what she should be. She should be a leader. She shouldn't be sitting there like on Kitty Pryde's boat running around like as a member of the team. She's supposed to be a leader, but they don't care about that. They care about the fact, and they'll do a big uproar about one panel in a comic book with a dumb-looking shade complexion and say, well, she needs to be darker. That'll make her a better character. She'll be much more interesting with darker skin. That'll make everyone happy. Not that she should be the leader of a team. Oh, that doesn't matter. Who cares about that? These people are hypocrites. They don't care. They pretend to care. None of them care. All they do is want a virtue and get their little virtue points. That's it. I bet even Quandra doesn't even know that. You never see this guy ranting about that. Doesn't care. All he knows is he got 1,605 likes for pointing out that Storm looks white in one panel. Congratulations. You're making the world a better place. And comics, even more garbage. So, it's ridiculous. Nothing but hypocrites. They don't care about this character. I don't even think they know this character. I bet you they don't even know this history about what she is and who she was and how she came in during the 1970s when there were no characters like her. She was a real groundbreaking and needed character. Now, let's just change everything, because men are trash. But, she's not recognized for that. She's just there. She's there because she's a black character. That's it. That's all they care about. Not that she's not a leader. So my point is, they're hypocrites. They don't care about what the characters do. They just want them there. Hypocrites. Where's the outrage for that? You guys haven't said anything for years. Haven't seen one article on why is Storm a follower when she should be a leader. You guys don't care about anything. Anyway, that's it. Like and subscribe. Once again, make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Like the video. Share the video. Let's get this hypocrisy out there for them so they can be embarrassed. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.